Any new evidence to present to him?
Yes.
The letter of resignation. So
Oh, you're back.
of course he's going to act because of Edgeworth.
You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing copy, coughing files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that DJ.
I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer is still no. I'm not letting you into the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene of the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. The resignation letter for Edgeworth because he will do anything for Edgeworth.
Bingo, bango, what's this crumpled piece of paper? Oh, no way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective.
That's it. I made up my mind.
But...
Here, take my ID card. We can't do that if someone found out.
They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. All right, detective. Thank you.
Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly into pocket.
You know, it'd be kind of fun if, they both get axed and become like a private investigator duo. That mostly just work for Phoenix. February 24th, Police Department, Chief's Office.
Here goes, Mr. Wright. We're in. If anyone finds us now...
Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out.
He's just gonna...
Ah!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah! Detective Gumshoe? What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong, so I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket.
What?
Hey, don't do that to my ID card. Hardly ever get the chance to come in here, so I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I got a bad feeling about this. That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's?
Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see.
So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk?
No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No. There's no way, never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now then, let's look around a little bit more. Hey, hold on, not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again.
Let's take a look around.
This is a safe, isn't it? Safe? That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so.
It looks like a code needs to be entered for this panel to be opened up. Blah. Let's see. How many digits are there?
7 different number. I think I might just know what it is.
Oh, is it 777?
Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing.
It's gonna open it.
Goddamn boob.
What? What? It's literally his ID number? And only one number repeated 7 times over?
God,
and the number 7 at that?
Bingo.
What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal? 7777777777. The final ID card number on that record.
What?
The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 77777777? That ID number? I think you're 17 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number.
Say, anyone care to look inside?
Okay, so I'm gonna save just in case I goof this. Because we should probably look at the rest too.
True.
This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons. Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. There we go. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh. Be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there.
Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy could be. Oops, sorry.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. Put that paper he was reading on his in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though.
Hey, look at the case name.
Huh? The SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about the evidence list. Normally they're twice as long? That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-sized list of evidence. A list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
So it's the other half.
What would the other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about that case.
It would appear so. Okay, so we've already done that. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth...
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of the list.
What would this list be doing here? We better look a little bit more into this list. Okay, we're done with that. Can't do that.
There was
Armor
something...
is done. The chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department. It's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
What? What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally.
But aren't the chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway.
That's besides the point. These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Hey! This is when Lana and I went to the theme park. Huh.
Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside.
What?
This is the 15th floor.
I know, I was just saying.
Saying what?
Ever since making Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams.
So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired.
Don't say that!
This was taken on that. Oh, yeah, you're right.
This
Sorry.
was taken on that day 2 years ago.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma.
After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. Bet he never knew he'd be dead a few hours later.
Gee, do you think? This is Lana's desk. It sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
Not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here?
No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of.
Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime?
We do Luminali stuff now, you think?
Yeah, good time for Luminol.
That's probably where the murder occurred. Whoa! This area must have been covered in blood.
Is this from that incident?
It must be. When Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kind of dull.
So a murder really did take place here.
Okay, let's spray other parts of the room. I would say the spear,
Yeah.
if possible. No? Nothing about it is questionable.
Yeah, so I bet it was the prosecutor's trophy, maybe. Okay.
Are we gonna check the inside of the...
Safe.
There we go.
Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away?
Look, it's Ah.
A shard from a broken cup.
This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before?
There's something else in here too.
What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth.
This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? Is that all that was in the safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now.
Piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup.
They look like pieces of evidence.
Yeah, but unless you can prove that they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great, and I have to prove their relevancy to get them. What are these? 2 items related to the SL9 incident.
Come on. There's got to be something we could show the detective. Well, there's the broken pot, right?
Yeah, so the
Or do we
broken
have to
pot's
show-
easy. What about the leather?
I mean, it could be the
Oh.
vest.
His vest. Okay. Okay. So it's just...
Gotcha. have to stay positive.
Okay, so that wasn't useful. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar?
I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days.
It's kind of early to be nostalgic.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it.
Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found?
You mean this one? That was in the safe.
Yes, that one. That was in the safe.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits.
Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this.
Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
Where am I carrying this thing? If I can piece this together, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know where it goes. It looks like there was a design that was even drawn in with blood, potentially. Kind of weird.
It's a word.
Mm-hmm.
There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe.
In other words...
Oh, no.
That's you.
In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But...
Hey guys, get a load of this.
What is it?
This piece you just attached is different from the others.
Because it had markings on it. There's a reddish line on it.
Reddish line. That's blood.
I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe?
The unstable jar updated.
Leather, though. Because it's from his vest, probably.
So, do we show the picture to him? To show him that that's the photo?
I tried. I keep trying.
Oh, really? Do we show him the evidence list? Oh, hey! That's the
picture.
image that she drew.
I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
What is it? Did you find something?
I can't make it out. I better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, it's nothing.
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright?
I better not forget about this picture. For good reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any clue where the leather is.
Wait, the leather disappeared?
No, the handprint. With the... Oh, wait, hold on. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this.
Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints?
Oh, on the leather.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great idea, Detective.
Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing?
Oh, what are you doing? Why are you sticking your hand out like that?
Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Huh?
Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe.
Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away.
Are you my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Alright, we do have the fingerprint record. I forgot we still had that. Give it my best shot.
That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then. Make sure to put it in thick too.
Yeah, because it usually gets kind of screwy. Okay, there we no.
That's a little messed up.
Give it my best shot, same deal.
Let's try a different one.
So many of these. Oh. Morning. Morning Wander. Morning Diesel. Let's see, Diesel Designs is another YouTuber. I think we are in completely different time zones because it's very much now morning for us. Well, I guess we are 10 minutes from morning. That's a good one. Yeah. We just got to go a bit further. And we were right at the end of our super late stream for us.
Pushing onwards, yes.
Yeah, because we wanted to get through the investigation phase at the very least. We'll have to leave the court stuff for next time. I am so bushed.
Ooh.
It's not Gant.
It's not Gant.
It's Emma.
Emma.
No, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing? Oh, that's the blackmail. That's why Lana... Okay.
Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they?
Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
Psst. Hey, you, over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe?
Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
There. Maybe you should hold on to this.
Piece of cloth folded and added to the court record.
Well, was that any help?
Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence.
Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat?
Eek!
Chief Gant!
We didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. You mean... me, sir. Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... Now get out. Yes, sir.
We'll be on our way too then.
Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed investigator.
You with the spiky hair, you're free to go.
Mr. Wright. I wouldn't leave a girl alone with that dude, especially if he's potentially linked to a murder.
Yeah, but he's also the chief of police, kind of hard to work with.
Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired.
Yeah, but if I knew it would be like this, I never would have said it.
Now that I've seen the evidence, Chief Gant was hiding in his office. I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time?
Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with Chief Gant. Later, pal.
After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day.
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you've told me over these past few days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I finally figured it out.
Huh?
I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. I have to admit I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted that you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name?
Meekins!
No.
Meekins!
It's most definitely Gant.
Meekins! The person who you fear is this.
To be honest, there's someone a bit scarier.
Who would that be?
That's a good one. Why, you, of course.
Me?
Yes. You seriously believe what you're saying, don't you? Now, that's scary.
Yeah.
You seem to have the makings of a criminal in you. What with your fallacious accusations? Here to spend tonight in the cell next to mine.
If you ask me, you're the scary one. You have to go back. Sorry.
That was
it,
humorous, though.
It was funny. Well, Miss Guy?
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable. Oh,
assuming he's respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course. These are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
Just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Those are neither of the things I presented, but
I
cool.
know.
I'll just let the game play it for me.
Maybe it's any of those three. Maybe they'll be presented later.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, That's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day.
I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
Just as I suspected, despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while I was inspecting the body. The murder weapon.
The murder weapon?
Oh,
you mean
sorry.
Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
That would be Edgeworth's knife.
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand.
Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me as I plunged the knife in.
Miss Starr, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So you hid Dark's knife?
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. We are immensely tired right now. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
Bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke with him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He'd already stolen the ID card.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seemed like he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. You're reading over it.
Sorry, we're both doing this.
After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as the defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago?
To be continued.
Thank bots, I'm so tired.
It is bedtime for us.
It is very much bedtime. It's 12:30 in the morning. I'm super sleepy, but this is a damn good case, so it's fine. Oh no! Oh no! Panic! Panic at the shoot! Panic at the bedtime.